Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 dun dun dun. Hello, welcome to another Getting Projects Done with me, Chris. Today we're taking a break from the Beastie, and we're going to jump back over to Aeronautica. So we're going to put together the Thunderhawk Gunship. It's a gunship for gooning. So we're going to put this together. The kind folks over at G-Dubs sent me this, and we're gonna assemble it. We're gonna have some fun, and yeah, that's the plan. What about you, Boop? What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Does it sound like a plan? It sounds like a plan, doesn't it? I think so.
Sound like a man with a plan.
Yeah, sometimes I am. Not really, but you know, sometimes. Do you play Aeronautica?
Yeah, I play Imperial Navy.
Oh yeah.
So that's everything Imperial but the Space Marines. So.
Gotcha. Are you gonna pick up Space Marines?
I pick up Eldar.
Yeah. Go for something a little different.
Yeah.
I hear you. Oh my God, this thing's huge. All right, we'll put that over there.
I don't get to play too often, so I'm kind of like trying to. I would like to have all of the factions, and it's a small enough game where I can. But then it's like, if I get all the factions, then that takes up room for the bigger game. Shit has to go places. Looking at the decals.
Yeah. I left my camera on autofocus just because, I'll be back and forth. So I'm trying to make this thing focus. Doesn't want to focus.
So, a couple of days ago, I don't know, are you familiar with Gundam at all?
Gundam? Yeah.
Yeah, so a new Gundam video game came out. Like a few days ago. And I've been pretty hyped back on the Gundam train.
Oh, that's cool. Kim, hey, I play Aeronautica and have it since it was released. I have all the planes that have been released except the ones for the last round of releases. Yeah. So you picked up like the Eldar stuff, like got the Wrath of Angels. I always say Wraith. Okay, you know what? I'm immediately annoyed. Immediately.
You're immediately annoyed?
Yeah. There are no fists. There's no fists on this decal sheet.
Let's see who's there. Let's see. Space Wolves, Blood Angels.
Blood Angels.
I'm assuming the Ultramarines are on there somewhere.
Ultramarines, Dark Angels, Salamanders.
Salamanders.
I'm not sure who
they're missing like half the chapters. Yeah, or half the big chapters. So yeah.
Yeah. What the F?
You know what they're going to do is they're going to sell you another transfer sheet like they do for Adeptus Titanicus for like $25, and it'll have the other chapters on it.
It could very well, yeah. That sounds kind of like
a
G-Dub thing.
They couldn't be bothered to make that transfer sheet a little bit bigger, and then put the other half of the main chapters in there.
Yeah, that's very disappointing. Very. I am annoyed.
I play Blood Angels, but if I was to do Space Marines in Aeronautica, I would go White Scars.
Ooh, yeah, White Scars. Yeah, White Scars.
But they're not on that decal sheet either. I don't see them.
No, although there is little lightning bolts and such on it, but I don't know what that's supposed to signify because I don't think that is.
That's like victory markings and stuff, I think.
Yeah, well, there's also a symbol over here that looks like. Well, there's two because there's another one over here. I don't know what that is. It looks like an hourglass.
See, it's white, so I can't see it.
No, it's this one right here. It's kind of rectangular. I know. I wish the camera would.
Rectangle. Oh, with the X in it.
Yeah, right there. No,
yeah,
you fucking camera.
I don't know what the hell that is. Oh no. Okay, that's a chapter symbol. I think that's
Yeah, man. Oh,
is that the White Dwarf chapter? Because there's like a White Dwarf chapter.
A White Dwarf.
The White Dwarf team made their own chapter, or has always had their own chapter, I guess.
Oh, really? Yeah. What chapter would that be? Don't say the White Dwarf chapter.
They're called the Tonebearers. tome, yeah.
Okay.
Like a big book.
That's it. Yeah, see? Right there. It looks like almost like an hourglass, but it's two skulls.
Yeah.
And then there's this other one here with the wings and bolt. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like the old Rainbow Warriors symbol. But anyway.
Is this the Thunderhawk kit you open up? I want to see if they have a picture of the decal sheet or something on it.
I'm holding a fucking picture of the decal sheet right here.
Well, no, so I can see the, white decals and stuff.
You can't see
it
it on the
doesn't tell
screen?
me what's on the transfer sheet, never mind.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Annoying. Alright, I gotta switch this back here. There we go. You do you thing. Emperor's Spear? Emperor's Spear is what? Oh, shit. Sprue went flying.
They're a trident.
They're what?
The Emperor's Spear's chapter symbol is a trident.
Oh. So then it's not these guys then. I don't know. Fucking Space Marines. Goddamn Space Marines.
I zoom in on the stupid website and I can't even see what the white symbols are on the website. God, GW, step up your freaking game.
Okay. Well then, I guess we should just start getting right into it. Sorry, I usually like to look over the instructions before I dive in. So, we're going to start off with number 1. Yeah, look how big this hull is. This thing's huge. This thing is huge. Here is the Storm Eagle. And then here's the Thunderhawk hull. It's like twice the size. Huge. It's got all the details. It's really nice. Dang. And of course, you kind of, you have to look at it and go, okay, well, they've already gone through the trouble of catting this all out for this sprue. So, when do we get the big version? I don't know if I'd pick up a big version, but I am kind of curious. What the hell is this bit? I don't know what that bit is.
I don't really know.
Alright, let's get to it. Working on anything?
No, because I've been playing Gundam games because I got off work today because of all the rain. I got to leave around lunchtime or a little before lunchtime.
Nice.
And then I realized that there was a new Gundam game out, and I was like,
Were you screaming about it like a kid chasing the ice cream truck?
pretty much. I mean, I really, really like Gundam. Specifically, I like Universal Century, which is like the main timeline.
Okay.
A lot of people newer into Gundam liked IBO, Iron Blooded Orphans, which was like a newer show. But for me, not necessarily a purist because I like some of the other branch off. Because Gundam's kind of like Marvel, where there's like different like universes.
Comparing it,
I like
comparing
the
it to
main
Marvel will
timeline.
not convince me to get into it.
Well, there's I guess different timelines. So there's Universal Century, which is the main one and has most of the stuff, and then there's like other shows that don't, or other series that aren't related to Universal Century, and they're quartered off in like their own timeline kind of thing. If that makes sense.
Yep. I watched one not that long ago. It was one that was like they were trying to get somebody out of like this mansion that was inside the colony. Can't remember which one it was. Might have been Unicorn.
It was probably Unicorn.
Yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed it.
I would say was the protagonist a screaming kid, but that's like a good chunk of them. So, well, not a screaming kid because they're more like young adults.
Yeah. This thing is huge.
Huge.
Kim, heard someone was going to use it as a drone for their McFarlane Marines. The Thunderhawk? Really? I'm not sure why anybody would want to do that. A drone?
See, I'm interested by that, but I feel like the Imperium's too archaic since all their drones are floating skulls.
Yeah. I mean, if you were going to run with the drone idea, I don't know if using a straight Thunderhawk, would be the best look thematically. Whereas, yeah, if it was something that looked like the Thunderhawk, but it had like the skulls or had the indication that it was, some sort of sentience was in it, then, I think it would fit. But just using a Thunderhawk straight up as a drone, like it's some sort of artificial thing, or I don't know. Even if it was like a remote pilot thing, right? Like today's common drones, where you have a pilot in it. But kind of running with modern themes within Warhammer 40,000 is kind of funny anyway. Just because, in the universe, everything is like it's a dark age of technology, right? So.
Yeah, the technology's heyday, at least for humans, had long passed.
Yeah, like they're 10,000 years into, the Imperium, and it's the Imperium is not a beacon of knowledge, right? The Mechanicus more are trying to preserve knowledge, at least thematically.
Mm-hmm. But even then, like, their technology pales in comparison to like I forget what the age was before the Age of Strife.
Aposty? Or yeah, I can't remember. I think one that would be fun to explore, even as a tabletop version, although it would be very different from what we know of Warhammer 40,000, but I think it would be really cool as a fun setting, even like a one-off game, or kind of like Blackstone Fortress or something like that, is something that tells the story of the War of the Iron Men. I think that would be a cool thing, which kind of echoes Dune, of course, but whatever. be just interesting to see, you know, to play within the world.
I know you're not interested in 30K, but I think it's neat that in like the Imperial Army / Militia book, you can theme your army to have that technological nod to having tried to preserve whatever technology they could before the Age of Strife or the Long Night or whatever the hell they call it. So you can have slightly better equipment.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess.
What is it? Blackstone Fortress, there's a robot that was kind of teased that, or kind of hinted that it possibly might be a Man of Iron.
Yeah. It would just be cool if they, you know, explored it a bit more, you know.
It could even be a book, just talking about how things were before the Long Night, because everybody knows what happened during the Long Night. You know,
It was a long
bad
night.
things. Now, are we in a group of thinking that the Age of Strife was an inside job?
What?
Well, because the Long Night or the Age of Strife is what's cut off all of like humanity from each other
Okay.
and set up the Emperor to be, you know, the big hero to reunite humanity. No Long Night, no need for the Emperor.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know, was it an inside job?
Right. But now you got me wondering. Were they plotting? Was plotting afoot?
Yeah.
Very much seems
Was
like
humanity on that course for what is it? Like that Star Trek utopian future or whatever? Well, Star Trek I guess isn't like super utopian, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then Big E or one of Big E's like devout followers threw a wrench into the.
It's very possible, isn't it? Might have to bring them in for questioning.
Because the Emperor didn't magically appear, at least unless they changed the lore for him. He's been there for a very long time.
Well, the old lore, as I remember it, the Emperor has been around as long as humanity.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like reincarnating. But it's like 1,000 years ago, he figured out how not to basically die, and he becomes immortal. And this is like in our past. So the Emperor right now, in our own universe, he is around. He is he's not of any like importance. He is an advisor, and he's in the shadows, you know, guiding things.
Yeah. Because I think that's still the current
thinking on him.
thinking, because some of the 30K books touch on stuff like that, like going back like really far.
Yeah. Well, see, and the other thing is though, and you know, we've talked about this in the past. You know, explaining away all the mystery in 40K.
Well, I wouldn't say it doesn't say where he's from or anything. It just I guess it's like GW's new lore nod to Big E has been around for a while, because he doesn't go into super big depth about it. He shares a vision from his past with a custode, and it's just like a 5-second glimpse. want to buy more GW stuff, but delivery times are really backed up because one, COVID, and two, the holidays are approaching.
Yeah. Oh, what's a boy to do?
I know, first world problems.
Yeah.
Not saying people can't complain about first world problems, but they are first world problems.
They are. And I don't think anybody's saying you can't complain about third world or first world problems. Just recognize that they are first world problems. That the greater whole of people on this planet are going to be like, dude, come on.
You'd think that, but people really do flip shit over like shipping delays.
Well, sure. People want their toys. People want their things.
Me want my toy now.
Yeah. Patience isn't a virtue. Used to be. These days, no. I want my things now. Convenience. It's like people can't even remember 30 years ago before all these conveniences. Kim, I got Blackstone Fortress and all the expansions, and we played them all. Cool. Oop, shit. Oop, shit. Oop, shit. Oop. Yeah, man, this thing's got like so much detail. Like, there's all sorts of stuff going on with this thing. Oh, excuse me.
As a non-Space Marine player in Aeronautica, I am kind of salty.
Why is that?
Because they got a big toy.
Oh.
Their toy was bigger.
Yeah. I'm hoping they do the vampire.
I mean, yeah, the Imperial Navy had basically two starter sets. They still have that main starter set, and they had the one where it was like versus Tau, and they have like a whole bunch of small stuff. I was like, where's my big toy?
Yeah.
Where's my really big, you know... They have the Marauder bombers, but they aren't really that much bigger than the fighter jets.
Do the Tau get their manta in Aeronautica?
Check for you right now. I don't think so.
I don't
they
think
made
so.
like the Tiger Shark, whatever that big like one with like a huge railgun in it is.
Yeah, they have the Tiger Shark. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I thought maybe they did get a big honker.
Because I mean the Manta is huge, but I think as far as like, you know, Tau planes that actually like shoot and aren't, you know, this big, you know, centerpiece, I think it's the Tiger Shark is the big one.
Right.
And it's the Tiger Shark. The one with like the two really big railguns in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they got the big thing yet.
We haven't gotten a Manta. I don't know what a Manta would do in Aeronautica aside from being like a dedicated ground asset plane, because if I remember the model correctly, he doesn't have that many guns on it.
It's got a ton of guns. But
Well,
yeah,
like,
it doesn't.
like,
Because like in this scale, it'd probably be about 6 inches broad, maybe 7 inches broad.
well, I don't think that would fit into what they're trying to do with Aeronautica. That's a
Yeah.
big,
It feels more like it would be like something for scenarios or something, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like how X-Wing did it with their big ships, where if you want to play with the, you couldn't play with a Star Destroyer, but if you wanted to like the Tantive 4, because they have an actual mini for that for X-Wing, that was all based around scenarios. You couldn't just like plop that thing down in a normal game.
Right.
And I agree with treating it that way, because at least in X-Wing, the Tantive 4 behaves like
Damn, this model practically just
a
is
whole
press fit.
squadron.
This model's practically press fit, which is kind of cool. I
I
like
wonder if we'll get to the point with GW models that they'll go like Zvezda has a line of models where it's just push fit, and it has like an interior frame that you push the stuff onto.
Hmm.
I wonder if we'll ever get to that, because they get more and more advanced, easy to build kits every like major edition update.
Right.
Because Dominion had some pretty complex push fit minis, as
Yeah.
far as like push fit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the plastic kits that Games Workshop has been putting out, they've been really, really good. And what I like with like a kit, like for example, I noticed it with like Sigvold, where he goes together really, really well. Or you can leave him in sub-assemblies, and he still goes together really well. It's not difficult to, find where parts go after a while, right?
I think that's the advantages with CAD, and as they get better with using CAD as opposed to like the old-fashioned way of hand sculpting.
Yeah.
Because even though hand sculpting makes characterful models, as far as like visually looking at it, it might not be in like super action poses, but I think you get what I'm saying.
Yep. I hear you.
Those even plastic like multi-part kits. I couldn't mute in time. Even those plastic multi-part kits that were like where the masters were sculpted by hand.
Mm-hmm.
They had gaps.
Mm-hmm.
These new CAD ones, I haven't had too many models where I've been like worried about gap filling, because as soon as I prime it and start painting, like the paint falls into the thing and covers it, so it's like because they fit so closely together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just been really, really nice the last couple of years with these kits that they've just come together so nicely.
There is one trade-off, and that is fire and smoke tends to look weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't really notice after a while. Just kind of all, it's like, it's fire, that's smoke. You kind of figure it out.
Well, it has more of a stylized approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody wants to paint it to look realistic, and it has this stylized look to it, it tends to look a little off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. It's because everybody is always trying to go for this realism or whatever they want to call it, and yeah, the smoke looks a little off because it's a stylized choice to make the smoke look a particular way, and it doesn't conform with everybody's visual expectations of what they're looking at. Oh shit! And I just dropped it. Where'd he go? Oh. Miss a spot.
agree with what Coma just said about the
Uh,
quality of GW models. I mean, there are some boutique like companies that do like even better, but at that point you're paying an arm and a leg for a single model.
yeah, I mean, like, it's the
As
age
far
we
as like
live in.
general mass production go, I don't think there's any company that beats out GW.
No, yeah, as far as mass production, no. I don't know of anybody else. Maybe Mantic, maybe Privateer Press. Those are the only ones I can think of. As far as who are doing it at close to the scale what Games Workshop does.
Close to the scale, but in my opinion, at least nowhere near. Though they have also stepped up their games, but I have a love-hate relationship with Mantic.
With Mantic? Why is that?
Yeah, I like some of their King of War like fantasy models, but God, when I first bought a Mantic kit, it was like cleaning that model was like being an archaeologist.
Had to dig into every nook and cranny.
Yeah, and it was just like people like to complain about fine cast or like other stuff. I was like, this is like a whole nother freaking level. You're literally like digging your mini out of like
I think the other thing I really like about these kits that they've been doing the last couple of years, or the way they've been doing it, is like, for example, this kit I'm cleaning right now. Very, very minimal amount of mold line cleaning. It's just really just kind of knock the nubs down, preserve some of the angles, clear off some of that stuff, and then just glue it into place. And yeah, it's very straightforward. I like when.
To be honest, like I haven't really, unless they're like super egregious, and I will see them once I put paint on them. I haven't really worried about mold lines because there haven't really been any noticeable with the newer kits. I mean, they have like older plastic kits that have been like through the ringer, and they'll have like mold lines out to sit there. But like when I got the Black Templars, I don't think I cleaned a single mold line. I mean, I had to clean up nubs. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way I find lately is just kind of cleaning nubs. Keep your nub clean. But yeah, I mean, like, it's so much better than what plastic kits used to be like, especially a lot of these like older Space Marine kits where like freaking the mold line would run right like clean over the shoulder pad, or you know what I mean, like you'd have like these mold lines in weird places, and it's just it was such an annoyance having to clean that crap up. I know, again,
You probably
first
said
world
this,
problems.
but did you decide on a chapter?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Let's just make sure I didn't miss that at the beginning of the show.
Nope. I really haven't thought about it. I mean, like, I've thought about it, but I mean, like, I'm not like super fired up to with a particular chapter in mind. I'm not like, yeah, I'm gonna paint it like this and this is gonna be great, because I also plan on playing with these, and I want them to look cohesive on the board, right?
Yeah.
I'm cleaning up nubs.
Here you go. New chapter scheme for your custom chapter. Okay, it's just gray and
Gray?
more gray. And to be super stealthy, all their icons are gray. It's like that subdued stuff. Sometimes you'll see like special forces where it's like they have like their green camis,
Yeah.
and like all of like their insignias are like subdued
Yeah.
in like the same green that their uniform's made out of. Like, well, which one's your captain? Haha, it's working. surprised if all of your characters or if all your Space Marines look like captains. Could go either way with that. You could go super wet work and remove all like rank and insignia, or you could just give everybody the big giant like helmet crests. Take that, Alpha Legion. I'm even better at I'm better at this than you guys are.
Yeah.
Shit.
Better at stealth.
You guys have to take your helmets off to go on Alfarius. It's like, well, you know, this guy doesn't even have to take his helmet off. He's got a crest. That one's got a crest. They're all the captain.
Kim, I agree. They might do the Quantum GW.
Quantity.
Oh, quantity does. Not close to the quality. Yeah. No, like they're really great people, you know, doing independent work and everything like that. But as far as the mass production side of things, and why isn't this going together? What'd I miss? I missed the nub. That's what it is. Oh wait, did I even clean the nubs? I didn't clean the nubs.
I don't think he cleaned it. I think he just kind of clipped.
Yeah.
I cheat and I use those special that God Hand brand of clippers.
Yeah, I've been meaning to pick up a set. How?
I don't have the super expensive ones, but I have a couple like the lower end ones, and like I'll clip the nub, or I'll clip higher on the like vent or whatever the hell it's called, the sprue.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll hit the nub, and I just don't have to even. Most of the time, I won't even have to take like sandpaper or anything, or like a knife to it, because it cuts.
Yeah, because I think we were talking about this not too long ago. I wanted to pick up the one where it's got the blade on one side, but it's flat on the other, so it just basically just, you know, chops in, right?
Yeah. I don't have that one. I just have some of the other ones.
I had them on my wish list on Amazon, and son of a bitch, did they not go up in price? Holy shit, they went to like 200 and something for the clippers. Canadian.
Oh yeah, no, the God Hands, like the really high end ones, were already expensive because of COVID. They went.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because like the ones I use for daily work are like $20 God Hands. They're like $30 now.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah, I have to be. I am very careful with them though, even though they're technically the lower end. Because you don't want to chop metal models and stuff with them like you probably would like your $10 or like $5 like Xeron nippers from like Amazon.
Yeah.
Because you will chip it, and then you won't get those nice cuts anymore.
Yep.
It's one of the few tools that I'm like, I can see the hype. Like, there aren't many tools like, you know, there have been some hobby accessories where I'm like, I don't really see the hype, but it's like, these nippers are actually pretty good.
Yeah. I've been curious about them myself for quite a while. Just never really got around to picking any up yet.
That, and they stayed with the tried and true nipper handles. They haven't done anything weird like GW's new nippers where they have like they're like an inch thick in the handles.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went with that, but you know, whatever.
I like the classic old, you know, thin metal with the rubber over it.
Yeah, like these ones here, I love these ones. These are Privateer Press ones. And I like these ones. These are the ones I'm used to. When you put them together, they go together really flush. Really nicely. There we go. That fit right in there perfectly. Perfect.
So now I've had a couple ideas for Space Marine chapters, and I've started working on my Gallic Space Marines. But I had a new idea for a color scheme I want to try. And where it's white, but then the ends of armor panel like on the calf and on the wrists and stuff. It's like it fades to a pink or transitions to a pink.
Sounds cool.
I don't know why pink, but I'll blame you. Because Turbo Dork has that awesome pink color.
Don't blame me. Blame Turbodork.
But I would maybe use it for. Oh, I could use Bubblegum Crisis for the Kilo.
There you
go. Yeah, but I was thinking of the pink contrast. Well, whatever pink. V word pink.
Oh, Vulpus.
Vulpus. Yeah, just sort of like a slight fade at the edges of like big armor panels, like towards the bottom of them.
Right.
Where it just like slightly fades to pink. I don't know why. I just thought that was like a really nice aesthetic. And it wouldn't be too Hello Kitty.
So that's what you're worried about is Hello Kitty?
Well, I mean, if I could, I would paint a whole Space Marine in Bubblegum Crisis, but I feel like that'd be too Hello Kitty ostentatious.
Might be.
It might be like, oh, the eyes.
All right, 6, 7. That's 6.
You're going to finish building this before you get to 2 hours.
You think so?
Well, unless we get you off on a tangent.
Right, 6. Yeah.
There's like, but you're already like halfway through the sprue. You're about to put wings on, and then you just gotta build. You already built the gun turret.
Yeah, but
what gun did you go for?
There's 2 sprues to this thing.
Oh, there's 2?
Yeah, it's 2 sprues.
Did you build the gun turret yet?
The gun turret? You mean the big thing on the top? No, I'm doing that right now. It's only 3 parts to do it.
You know, I'm looking because there's like 2 gun options, it looks like.
Is there? I don't see an option.
Oh, no, it's 1 gun option there minus the top of the...
Yeah, it's the
I
cannon.
was looking over at where it says 4 and an exclamation point.
Yeah.
I was looking and I thought that was like 2 different gun options, but I see that part of it's just the top of the mounting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was 2 different gun options. I was like, oh, that's neat.
You're messing with me, man. I was like, is there another gun? Because I remember this, like, the rules for this thing, at least in 40K, it could take either the battle cannon or it could take a turbo laser. But this seems to just be a battle cannon. Or maybe it's a laser. I don't know. I can't tell. But I remember the old rules, yeah. It was a turbo laser or a battle cannon. The battle cannon being the cheaper option.
The Forge World one now just comes with a turbo laser.
Is it just a turbo laser?
Yeah, so yours might have a turbo laser. That might just be a turbo laser now.
Oh, now let's have a look. It's a turbo laser. Because it says so. It says it's a turbo laser. Turbo.
I haven't looked at the Eldar page on Forge World in a while. Let me go. Craft Worlds.
I don't think there's a whole lot going on there.
Well, almost everything is in stock, which is nice.
Oh, is it?
It's just the Phantom Titan body and the Revenant Titan with Pulsars are currently temporarily out of stock. Everything else that Forge World still has Eldar-wise in stock.
Now that pisses me off because I'm planning on getting a Revenant with the Pulsars.
And I'll get the Revenant with the Sonic Lances, and we'll go Adepticon with 3 Eldar Titans.
Just piss everybody off?
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, I guess.
Look, it's time the Eldar players rise up, okay? Attention all Eldar players.
Now, apparently, I don't know how true this is. Not that it's, big deal, but I had seen, I think it was Facebook or it was the Instagrams. Apparently, there was some grand tournament or a big tournament going on, and Eldar took the first place.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. It was fairly recent, like a month ago.
I can't recall a time in 40K where Eldar have been bad. I mean, I recall times where they've been like the creme de la creme, and then they've been, or other times where they've been just good. I haven't recalled a time where they were like dog shit.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I might be a little well, no, I'm not surprised because when New Space Marine Codex came out, they nerfed the 8th edition Iron Hands shenanigans that people could do with Space Marines and Dreadnoughts and shit.
Whoa, what was that?
You could have an almost unkillable Dreadnought at one point in 8th edition with Iron Hands. And you could make it a Leviathan Dreadnought. He could be a character.
That sounds really dumb.
It was. So they FAQ'd it, but it was still somewhat really dumb. So then when 9th edition came out, they smacked it with a nerf bat.
That sounds really, really dumb. And it's the kind of crap that makes me not want to play. Mainly because I'm also sick of Space Marines, but, whatever. I digress. How the hell does this sumbitch go together? The instruction.
Goes together like it normally would, Chris. Read the instruction manual.
Well, it is keyed, but there's two things that look like a similar keying. I don't think that's how it's... Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to go. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to go. Alright? Yeah. Alright. We'll give this a little scoring.
You know what Bandai needs to do? Or somebody needs to do? I need a Gundam's miniatures game. Like an official one. That's what I need.
It's a needed.
Yeah.
It's not the one we deserve, but the one we need.
I mean, Macross, Robotech, Battletech, they're all mech. Well, Battletech was a game the whole time, but, like Robotech has a game. I mean, it might be like a shitty failing game, but they still have a game.
It is a game nonetheless, yeah.
It's like there's a... And imagine all the people that build Gundams, and then Bandai was to go, hey, look, miniatures games, Gundam models, but slightly, a little bit smaller than the 144. And it's like, here's a game. Just imagine the influx of all the people that just build Gundams into the gaming community.
It would be cool. Not gonna lie, it would be cool. I remember last Adepticon, there was a group and they were playing a game and they were using the 144 scale Gundams.
Yeah, there is a fan-made like Gundam game that you play with the 144s.
Yeah.
Which, for what I hear, is actually kind of fun, but it would be nice to have a actual Bandai back. Because they have, like, Gundam card games and crap. The next evolution would be a Gundam tabletop game.
Now, here's a somewhat serious question here. Why is it, I'm guilty of this as well, why is it that we need, like, for example, a Gundam game, but it needs to be made by Bandai?
No, it doesn't need to be made by Bandai.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
As opposed to just having a rule set made up by, a gaming group, right? And have that be an official game system using those
I'd
models.
be perfectly fine with
Right.
Bandai Namco licensing out.
But why is it that we need these things, as opposed to, like, okay, for example, like with grand tournaments using 40K or whatever, and not just simply leaving it up to tournament organizers to determine nerfs and rules and things of that nature.
I guess that, but I was leaning more on the fact that I could get little miniature Gundams, and whoever made them wouldn't get smacked with a lawsuit or a cease and desist. So, that was more what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have to be Bandai themselves. They could just be like, give the go-ahead to somebody to be like, oh, you can make little, even if they were like just 3D printable Gundams, like actual Gundams, not kind of look like Gundams. Like, I want my Zaku to, that's like 28 millimeter tall. I mean, I get what you're saying. I was just saying, like it doesn't have to be Bandai,
but
I would...
Bandai, Games Workshop, Privateer Press, whoever. Why is it always have to be them and just simply not the tournament organizers who say...
Oh, you mean doing like, hey, you can't do this, you can do that.
Right, like allowing certain things, increasing points values, decreasing point values, changing, facts to suit the meta. Like, why... Now, I realize, having said all
I guess
that...
it's just uniformity? I don't know.
Yeah.
I know the Warhammer Fantasy community generally followed... If you weren't playing at a store, so if you're going to like a tournament, you were almost guaranteed to be following a certain like list building formula. I forget what it was actually called. I'd have to go find old fantasy tournament videos. Let's see. ITC.
Because, like, the thing is like, we're constantly having this discussion about overpowered units, but realistically, is it that big an issue? Or is it just simply these things that are coming to light in tournament settings?
It really just comes to light in tournament settings, because that's typically where people are really trying to be. I mean, it's a tournament. You want to go there to win. I mean, people show up to the gaming table wanting to win, but they don't, It's not the same as, paying an entry fee, I guess, for like a tournament or whatever, and then traveling to the tournament. It's like, you want to win, So they just sit there, like, people are dedicated to just, like, sitting there and trying to make broken lists. And no matter how much you smack something with a nerf hammer, I mean, something will always, I guess, be broken if you sit there and flip through the rule books long enough.
Yeah. For some, I get that that's a big part of the hobby for them. I get that. I don't fault them for it or, discourage it too much. I sometimes discourage it because it's just kind of like, how is it a lot of fun for you and your opponent if you're gaming the system to min-max what you can take and how it operates on the tabletop? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like playing a video game, but only playing to find the glitches and the exploits. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, why not just play the game? If it's a good game, then it's a good game, and the gameplay itself should be fun. Right?
I don't know, power fantasy, I guess. That's the only answer I got for you. I don't know. I'm trying to find, because Warhammer Fantasy did something like that, where just a whole bunch of tournament organizers got together and made like a packet, and it had its own.
Oh, the ITC.
Buff. Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that.
That's the only time I can think of where a game community, like a tabletop game community, came together, or at least tournament-wise, like tournament community-wise, came together and was like, this is what we think is like the best way to balance this shit without having to get an answer from GW, because at the time when they made that, GW wasn't like what it is now.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling maybe if GW wasn't putting FAQs, weekly? It's probably not weekly, it's probably like monthly, but it feels weekly just because of how many like armies and shit they have.
Yeah.
If it was to go back to the old days, I think more of the GW games at least would start doing that, where tournament organizers would sit there and go, this is the would have their round table and go, this is the packet we're going to use going forward. So do you remember with you say it was ITC, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was called, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still around or what, but...
Because I do remember that, like, in fantasy, there were certain things you could do with your army that was perfectly legal. Like, rules-wise, perfectly okay, but the ITC was like, no, you can't do this.
Right. Huckahey. Feeling good this morning with news that efforts to get my brother, Leonard Peltier, released is progressing, with my friend Deb Howland actually getting another 12 congressional members signing a letter to ask Biden to release him, so we will see. Fuck, I hate the American political and legal system. So corrupt. Yep. I mean, it is. But, I mean, like, the corruption is... It's baked in, so.
I had to look up who Leonard Peltier is.
Oh, Leonard Peltier, yeah. He's been sitting in the clink for a long time.
2 life sentences?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and then people wonder why, relationships between First Nations and government is always so prickly.
I'm reading up on this right now. At least from a cursory glance at his wiki, it seems that like he just happened to be where something went down and they were like, you were here, we're just going to arrest you. Just looking at the wiki.
Yep. But, I mean, if you examine a lot of cases, a lot of that goes on, especially when you're talking about people of color, especially in the States. But the States is not unique.
And especially what, in the 70s when this happened?
Yeah. Yep. Kim, this was never meant to be a competition game when they made it. It's just the last 10 years it got like that. It's Monty Python in space, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's Monty Python. Yeah. Yeah, initially. 100%, yes. Warhammer 40k was more Monty Python than it was something serious. But of course, you start introducing in the opportunity to make lots and lots of money. People are going to want to get in on that. I just love scraping in score lines. This is one of those things that I always feel like is necessary, usually, and I think is kind of what turns me off from assembly phase type of work. Clearing all the nubs, scoring up all the edges, making sure all the surfaces are flush before slapping her together.
Can't wait for international travel to be somewhat regular again. So, I want to go on my Warhammer World pilgrimage. And, I mean, yeah, it's to go to Warhammer World and say I've been there, but I'm on a quest. There's something specifically at Warhammer World that you can only ever get at Warhammer World that I want. And it's a proper Bugman miniature.
Oh, I was going to say
because
an STD?
I've tried getting it through English bros that go to Warhammer World, but every time they go, it's one of those things where it's like they can't get to the store. Because they're there for events.
Right.
And so I was like, you know what? Shit, I want to go skiing in Austria. I was like, I could make like a stop in the UK for like 2 days. Spend, a couple $100 on a hotel.
Yeah,
get a
totally good.
Freaking $20 miniature of a dwarf. It's a Bugman. You don't understand.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do.
When I was a younger fella, I was motivated by such ideas.
I mean, it's all through the Warhammer world, but my prime motivation factor is I want a Bugman mini. And it's really hard to get one because I don't live in the UK.
Right. That okay? Yeah, we'll come back to that. Now, fuck it, we'll do it now. 12, 16, so 12. What's this one? Hey. So, Chris, see you have done that trip to the UK. How did you enjoy that? Oh, I thought it was great. I wish I had more time to explore the country, as you know, it was very fascinating. It was never been on that side of the planet, and you know, it was a great opportunity to go. And you know, I'll always be grateful to Games Workshop for inviting me in on that. And yeah, you know, it was really interesting. Reason why I would want more time there is, you know, traveling along the highway. You know, there was these really wonderful moments traveling through the countryside, because it was about a 2-hour drive, I believe, from London to Nottingham, and some of the areas, you know, it was like right out of the paintings you would see, with rolling hills, sheep in the meadow, and then of course there was all these the old Roman aqueducts going by and stuff like that, and you know, it was just really interesting. And yeah, I wish I could have spent more time exploring, taking some pics and all of that, doing, you know, kind of not the touristy trap stuff, but you know, just kind of checking out the scene, the country, and you know, the people. People were interesting. I went into one place. There was, you know, a convenience store, and yeah, I mean, if you ever need a indication that you're in another country, I went into this little convenience store. I was picking up like a chocolate bar or whatever, and this fellow started talking to me, and you know, I did not understand a word he was saying. It wasn't like he was speaking some sort of English, but I did not understand a word he was saying, which I thought was kind of hilarious, because I'm always reminded of that scene from Snatch whenever I'm thinking of those moments when encountering the natives, as it were.
See, when I encounter British people that talk like that, all I can think of is the guy from Hot Fuzz with the double barrel shotgun slung over his shoulder, and the main character goes, "What do you mean you have a license for that gun?" And then they open up the shed. It's just like, but in order to talk to that guy, you had to have the other cop there with him to translate.
Right.
And I always thought that was funny. But every time I encounter somebody from the UK that talks like that, I always think of that guy.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I liked how this kit is put together. It makes life so much easier. As far as like cleaning up mold lines and stuff like that. Because usually cleaning up a whole bunch of mold lines, it's, you know, it kills my boner for this stuff. It really does. And I'm sure everybody out there is like, really, Chris? Your boner, really? Yes, my boner. It kills my boner. Which means, yeah, this stuff gives me a boner. I mean, who doesn't? Who's not getting a boner from this stuff? Anyway, you know, we're getting to the really tough questions, right? Who isn't getting a boner from Warhammer 40,000? What time we at? Holy camoles, it's already 1:15. Or no, 1 hour.
Oh, Chris, I would have had this whole model built by now. Shit.
Yeah, I actually don't doubt it. I'm pretty slow with this stuff. I'm not in a rush. And I'm usually pretty careful.
Because there's a couple people I know that don't like building the Demon Prince kit.
Why is that?
And I'm like, that shit's easy.
Hey, yeah, exactly. That's what it's really all about. The colors are so different than in Australia and America. The colors. Kim, when they talk pikey and snatch is great. I just get to some of the black super glue and it is great for seeing how much you put on.
Take 8 hours to get through immigration in LA. Oof. Are we talking about like LA, California?
What's the other LA?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I just didn't get. I guess Huckahee is traveling to LA.
Yeah. I would assume by a comment like that, yeah.
You have to realize I'm a dumb American, so. But no, I'm not just a dumb American. I'm a dumb country boy American. So.
You're selling yourself short, buddy.
Hey, I'm not short. I'm 5'10".
Oh, for the love of God! Come on, man! I told you about the dad jokes. I'm the one who makes the dad jokes. I'm the captain.
Oh. You might be the captain, but I am the commander.
I'm the captain. Look at me. I'm the captain.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's master and commander. I'm dumb. I was trying to reference a movie, but then I was like, wait, it's not captain and commander. It's master and commander.
Holy shit, that bird is going ape shit.
Yeah, she sees something.
Oh shit. Christ, at first I thought she was getting massacred or something.
I thought so too, because I was like started looking over in the room, and I was like, I didn't hear anything come in, and I realized I left her door open, and she was sitting on the windowsill screaming at something outside.
Some sort of predator?
Probably, because that wasn't like her normal like come at me bro kind of shit. That was more like the oh god.
Oh god, I'm about to die. Oh Lord Jesus Christ, help
There might have been
me!
a cat on the roof or something.
Oh Lord, help me! Okay, haha! Just watched Jazz's new clip, and he is crazy. Okay. Ooh, scoring lines on a Thunderhawk does not give me a boner. Of course, it does beg the question: what would?
I mean, running comment about Americans. I mean, it's true, but I feel like most Americans feel like they don't really need to travel because the U.S. is kind of like a mini Earth because there's so many biomes in it.
Is there?
I used to write biome.
But is there?
Yeah, there's desert, there's mountains,
Right.
there's
But
jungly swamp.
But when we travel, are we only looking at environmental differences or cultural differences?
It's about a 50-50 for some people. Some people are, traveling for the culture. Some people are traveling for the sights. Because there are people that go around the world and all they do is they don't visit any, like, the, cultural centers. They go and hike the mountains in that country.
What about when people visit Thailand?
There's a couple things I could say, but I'm going to keep it PG.
Since when is this stream PG?
Because there are some jokes that some of my friends in the Navy like to pass around when someone's going to Thailand.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was driving at.
Thailand? I don't know. I guess you would be going there for the culture even if you're hiking, because Thailand is literally... No, I don't think you can hike in Thailand, can you?
I have no idea. I've never been.
Let me see how big Thailand is.
I'm not really in a mad rush to go, so I can't.
Oh, no, you can. I'm thinking of the wrong country. I was thinking of Singapore. This is the one where it's literally just a city, right? Singapore. Geography with Boop. Yeah, Singapore is the one where it's just a city. So now you can go, like, sightseeing in Thailand. Singapore is the one where it's just a city, so. Yeah. There you go, people. There's your geography lesson. Singapore is a city-state, and Thailand's an actual country with land.
So, if you were going to Thailand, what are you going for?
Mm-hmm. Me?
Yeah.
Me personally, food.
Food?
Food.
Yeah. Boop. Don't fucking lie to me, man. You're going for the goddamn ladyboys.
See, I wanted to make that joke, but I was like, I'm trying to be good. I wanted to make that joke.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some, like, cool, like, cultural landmarks, but I'd rather go...
For the ladyboys.
If I was to go to that part of Asia, like Southeast Asia...
You're going for ladyboys. I got you.
Not like Japan or Korea, I would consider it as more like East Asia. I was going to Southeast Asia, I might go to, like, Indonesia or something instead.
And what are the ladyboys like there?
I don't know.
Come on, I thought you were like the fucking TripAdvisor, Wikipedia, or...
TripAdvisor?
Yeah.
I don't have lady boys, I have boy ladies.
What is the quality of ladyboy there? Fuck.
They don't have lady boys, they have boy ladies.
Oh.
They are the opposite of Thailand.
Got you. Oh. The directions we go. Hey, yeah. Now I decided to wait till about September next year. Yeah, my running comment about Americans is about 80% don't have passports and 80% of Australians do. That's interesting. Because, like, Canadians is probably similar to Americans. Not a lot have passports. Although, I guess maybe in the last probably 20 years, I think more Canadians that live in border towns have passports because of regular border crossings, and the American border wants passports.
Yes.
So, probably a lot of Canadians, I guess, nowadays would have a passport.
A lot of American sports have Canadians playing in them.
What the fuck does that have to do with passports?
They would need a passport to get over.
Sure. But they're also emigrating, though, in that sense, no? Or we're on a work visa, I suppose, is really what it'd be more like. Like if for like NFL players, like Claypool for the Steelers. He's Canadian, and
I don't know how work visas work. I'm sorry. I don't know if you need a passport.
I think you do need a passport because you have to have some sort of government issued ID, and a passport is that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But anyway, I don't know. I'm not up on all this shit. Okay, and Chris, check out my goddaughter's YouTube clip, "Smoke the Travels" by Kayla Brett.
Oh, okay. Unironically, I really like Thai food. Like, unironically. First, she's scared to death, and now she wants to fight something. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back.
Okay. Fucking dog's freaking out. Or bird. Or bird dog. Alright. How's this one doing? It's looking pretty good. How's this looking? It's alright. I think I want more pressure over here. There we go. Let's take that off. Let's put it right there. And then we score. Just like that. Put down a generous amount of liquid cement. Slap our bit into place. And then we'll use a little bit more. Just a little bit. Just like so. There we go. Yeah. I am mostly okay with that. That's wings done. Engines. The hell are these things on the ends? Just things, I guess. I guess they're just things. Man, I can't get over how big this thing is, though. Like, this Thunderhawk is huge. I mean, compared to the Storm Eagle. This thing's huge. Alright. Looks like they're all the same number, so it doesn't really matter where they go. Oh, no, these are different. Okay, we'll do these things first. Where the hell are they? I don't know. 13 on that one.
Yeah, but
You're back.
yeah, there's a cat running around on the roof. could see it when I got up and looked out my window. I was like, oh, okay.
Did you thought you saw a putty tat?
Yeah. I thought I saw a putty cat. I did. I did see a putty cat.
Okay, hey, all Aussies go to Bali. It's so cheap, and yep, certainly plenty of wild stuff. But Indonesia is full on Muslim, so not much travel there. Because they're Muslim, or because they have like strict rules and probably like no alcohol kind of shit, right? I'd imagine. Because I don't. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not up on Muslim practices, but I'm pretty sure they don't drink. Pretty sure. I mean, could be wrong. Hey, what the fuck is your bird? Need to get you a cocky ha ha ha. Then we could talk about you. That was the TV show. Beretta, that is. Oh. I didn't really watch Beretta. This was the first one I did, right? Yes. Okay. Let's see what needs to happen here. It all makes sense now. Yeah. Right? Should go like that. Yes. Oops. There we go. Let's be a little bit strategic here. Place that in there. Probably don't really need the clamps on this thing anymore, but whatever. Okay. Oh, yep, no alcohol or holding hands, and definitely no ladyboys. Well then, I'm out. I'm not going. I'm only going where there's ladyboys. I'm sure there's many people out there like, holy fuck, Chris, really? All right. 2021. 2021. Pretty straightforward. Do 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 do. What you doing, Boop?
I mean, you can get alcohol in Indonesia.
Can
It
you?
just depends on what island you go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because some islands, because even though Indonesia is technically a Muslim nation, it's not secular. Different geographical areas have different religious denominations.
Interesting. I'm not really that concerned about the alcohol situation. I'm more concerned about the ladyboy situation.
I just told you, there are boy ladies, no lady boys.
Oh. So we're good then.
It depends on if you like lady boys or not.
What the hell is this bit? Oh. Interesting. Did I hear paint water? Are you painting?
Maybe.
Cool.
Or maybe I sat down and was like, I'm going to paint, and I decided not to.
Yeah. The ambition just goes right out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have days like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get this done. I'll get this, and I'll get to this, and it doesn't freaking happen.
Yeah, so if international travel is easier for us Americans next year, I'm taking a month off and disappearing to Europe to go skiing and drink alcohol.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. So I could go skiing in the U.S., but it's not the same.
Nah.
You see, because like in Austria, you can go skiing and like be next to like a pretty like scenic town. And I'm not talking about like a city, like I'm talking about like the classical like town in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the U.S., you go skiing at a resort out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Not saying that's bad, but that's just
Well,
the nature of things in the U.S.
It's like vacationing at home kind of thing, right?
It's also vacation at home because even though Utah and shits across the country, they speak the same language. Most restaurants will have the same food. Yeah.
I hear you.
I also want to go with a friend to the Philippines because his family owns a large farm there. I thought it would be neat to tag along whenever he does his yearly visits to go back home to say hi to the grandparents and the parents.
Philippines would be cool.
That and apparently, I mean, if you're a drinker, apparently the Philippines can drink. Filipinos can drink.
Well, I think anybody who has a culture that
around drinking, yeah,
they can drink. It's like saying, going to Ireland, they can drink. No shit. Go to Scotland, they can drink.
Irish
no shit.
Drinking, Chris, that's racist. I'm kidding.
Is it?
Huh?
Is it?
I don't know.
I thought it was a point of pride.
I was being facetious.
Oh.
Or whatever. Big words. I'm using big words. Do I know what those big words mean? Not really. I was just told big words make you sound smart.
Gotcha.
And it's true if the people you're talking to aren't smart.
Right. And you know what that does, honestly? It confuses people.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot in like miniature painting videos, and people are talking about certain things, and it's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I didn't know they're skiing in New Zealand because I thought the proximity to Australia and the equator.
Don't they get seasons? Does Australia get seasons? Because like
I'll talk about New Zealand. I know
I know,
sure
but
they have seasons. I just didn't think they would
But the way Australia is on the map, New Zealand feels like it's down, like, like in the 4 o'clock position, right? It's kind of downwards, so it's closer to the South Pole.
Oh,
is it upwards?
I'm dumb.
Is it? I don't know.
No, it's not.
I don't know. But do they get seasons?
Was higher than it.
But I'm curious though. Do they get seasons like North America does? Because I know like they're going into their summer, and so it should be getting warm. But do they get snow? Like, does Australia get snow? I don't even know.
Does Australia get snow?
Well, I would
some parts it does.
Oh, really? I would assume the very southern points.
Very southern areas, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Now, I wonder, is there a lot of skiing in Australia?
Well, in New Zealand, according to Hakaki.
Oh, yeah?
Hakahe. I don't know how you pronounce that. I'm just going to say Huck. No, I just thought New Zealand was further north than it actually is. Because you said, isn't it the 4 o'clock position? I went and looked at the map I have on my wall. And I was like, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's lower than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was... Because I know you have Papua New Guinea at like the 1 o'clock. And I thought New Zealand was kind of off to the right of that a little bit. But I know it's further south.
Gotcha.
At least I knew it was around Australia.
Okay, yeah. Aussies go to New Zealand and Japan for skiing. Oh, really? Norway's the place for skiing. I would imagine. I would imagine Norway's the place for any snow activities. I would imagine. I mean, looking at like a topographical map of Norway, it seems like there's a shit ton of mountains there. It feels like Norway is basically mountains. Wait a second. Kim, is Norway Fenris? Do you have big wolf bears running around?
Are we going back to Space Wolves, Vikings, that whole talk? Where's Barking Sheep?
I don't
We
know.
can get on this discussion. I'm having flashbacks.
Vietnam flashbacks?
Dun, dun, Some folks are born.
Amazing how that one song immediately
it's
triggers
funny
non-flashbacks.
It's funny because it's only in one like Vietnam War movie.
Is it?
Yeah, CCR. It's in a bunch of video games after that one movie came out, but it was really popularized in one movie.
Oh, really? Which one? Gump? Hey, yeah, we have both. We have seasons, same as, but definitely not as extreme. Never have snow in any of the cities, but a few resorts in the mountains. But New Zealand has some amazing skiing and a much longer season. Kim, yeah, most of the country is mountains, and just around my house, I can see like 17 of them. Yeah, I would imagine, dude. I would imagine. And I'd imagine that's why people go to New Zealand for the skiing, because, yeah, New Zealand, I assume, has tons of mountains. Just from watching Lord of the Rings.
Tons of mountains and is pretty high in elevation. I just didn't know they got snow. I didn't know they were far enough south.
Well, they're pretty goddamn far south.
I forgot, yeah. No, I thought they were further north than they actually are. But, Chris, I forgot to answer your question. Yes, you are right. Forrest Gump was the movie that popularized Fortunate Son.
Yeah.
Being a song movie. Because most Vietnam movies have songs from that era in it, but none of them played Fortunate Son. That was popularized by Forrest Gump.
Huh.
Tomorrow I'm going to a craft beer festival.
A craft beer festival. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's $40 and it's all you can drink.
$40 and all you can drink.
Yeah, from 11 to 4.
Holy shit.
Considering beer prices where I live, if I drink... I have to do math.
Oh, yeah.
If I drink 7 or 8 beers between 11 and 4 o'clock, I will have paid off the price of the ticket.
So basically, you're looking for maximum return on your investment.
Now, that's just like average beer price, because craft beers, at least in the US, can get stupidly expensive because of like how, like, I hate using these words, but like bougie you want to get with the beer.
Bougie booze?
Like the ingredients that go in, like there's some breweries here in the US that put some really stupidly expensive ingredients in their alcohol. I hate using those words though.
Bougie. I was not familiar with that word until my daughter started using it, and I was like, what the fuck? The fuck does that mean? Bougie.
Yeah. Como gets it. So, like, I could drink, like, 5 beers and have paid the price of my ticket. Now I'm going to drink a lot more than 5 beers because it's all you can drink, so I'm going to fucking drink till I drop.
Jeez.
Party hard or don't party at all.
My goodness.
All or nothing, Chris. Go hard or go home. This is the big leagues.
As they say in these parts, you're in it to win it.
Are you in it for a biscuit, though?
Limp Bizkit?
Keep rolling. What?
Can we just go one stream without a Limp Bizkit reference?
I said, are you in it for a biscuit? You're the one who brought up the Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, I know. I was steering the conversation, man.
Yeah, so don't go, can we go one stream without mentioning Limp Bizkit when you mention Limp Bizkit?
Heck hey, but Chris, I can see you getting to Australia for some painting and sightseeing with the locals. We all are not city people, so apart from the 14-hour flight, you will love it. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be very, very cool. The journey there, yeah, that'd be kind of a pain in the arse, but yeah. Australia, yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I'd probably get myself in trouble though, because I'd be looking for the Mad Max type shit.
And Chris would also just try and fight kangaroos, because what are kangaroos? But looking like big rats.
True. Yeah. I don't know. You see some of them kangaroos? Holy shit, they're like buff. Like, what is going on with these hopping rats?
Yeah, see, now Chris wants to fight them because they look like hopping rats that take steroids.
Yeah.
They need to lay off the whey.
For those gains.
Yeah.
Geez, somebody listen to bagpipes upstairs. What the fuck's going on around my house? I don't know.
Bagpipes are awesome.
Well, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just wondering what the fuck. Verty Ferk. Kim, how hyped up the brand of beer is? How hyped up the brand beer? I might have missed that. Okay, hey, yeah, Kim, you're so right about the food. What's that?
So let's talk about the craft beer festival.
Oh. That's really cool.
Yeah, but the question is, Huck, is who gets angrier, Chris or the Roo?
True. Very true.
I remember that. I saw that video of like the dude whose like dog was trying to fight a kangaroo. So the guy just walks up to the kangaroo, punches it in the face, and the kangaroo just kind of sits there and goes like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah, I've seen that one. That dog, I think, was kind of hurt from that kangaroo, wasn't he?
It's been a while since I've seen that video, but it was just like the part I remember was the guy walking up and punching the kangaroo, and the kangaroo just going like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Well, because apparently, like a kangaroo, they've got some pretty damn sharp claws on them.
Yeah.
And when they kick you, they can cause real serious damage. Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hey, yeah, my new beer is going to be called Red Roo, and the Reds are bloody huge and do get angry. He would not win. Serious? Yeah. Saying I wouldn't win against a kangaroo? Well, I think you underestimate me. I think I would hold my own pretty damn well. Over the initial shock of having to get into a fist fight with a kangaroo, but I think I'd do okay. Talking about a hypothetical situation of fighting a kangaroo. I watched enough Looney Tunes to know that if you just watch yourself and keep your eye on that pouch, you'll be okay. People out there like, really, motherfucker? Looney Tunes?
Oh, I just missed whatever you said because I was ordering myself food.
I'm talking to myself. As per. Kim, we get a lot of tourists here in the north, and people really seems to enjoy it. It's 24 hours a day, sunlight in the summer, 24-hour darkness in the winter with the northern lights. Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, we get that here, but yeah. Now, this is going to sound like a stupid-ass question, but is there southern lights?
Yes, the fact that they are called Northern Lights implies the existence of the Southern.
I don't know.
This is the question.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. And I figure it sounds like a dumb question because, yeah, you would think, right? But I don't know.
Yep, they're Southern Lights.
Yeah? Did you check Google?
Yep.
Huckahey. Yeah, normal kangaroo. They're easy, but the reds... Okay, I gotta arrange a boat when you're here. Kim, don't they break like fence posts with their feet, the kangaroo? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd imagine. I've heard that they can split your gut open with their kick. They have a big nail on their foot. And... Or maybe it's ostriches I'm thinking of. I don't know. One of them's got a big nail or something like that. And if they kick you right in the gut, it would open your stomach up and your guts would fall out. Maybe it's an ostrich I'm thinking of. But I thought it was raccoons. Raccoons. Kangaroos. Raccoons. Fuck. Not raccoons.
I mean, kangaroos do have, like, a big dew claw and stuff. But
yeah.
They might be ostriches. I think it's ostriches because I do remember ostriches having a very, very, like, large, it's like a similar spike to, like, chickens have, but it's fucking huge.
Yeah. Something like that, right? Something like that. I don't know.
Fucking huge.
Alright. I messed up the order of these wings. Like that? Yeah. Alright, right.
Fucking huge.
Which means that's the front, that's the back. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Get on there. Perfect. Very good.
This is also tomorrow. The craft beer festival is going to be the first time I'm actually going to be carded for a COVID vaccine. So I've been to like multiple baseball games and shit, never been carded. But on the website, when you buy your ticket, they say they are carding everybody at the door.
Yeah, I've been seeing.
Well, not the door because it's like in Main Street of the town, so like at the gate.
Yeah. I've been seeing reports of people trying to enter and making a big fuss because they don't have vaccine passports and blah, blah, blah. But you're all vaccinated up?
Yeah, I got my one and done.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm tear free. Still cry though, just no tears.
I hear ya. Did I score this? Yeah, I did. Kim. Yeah, sunlight bouncing off both poles. Yeah. Well, I don't think it's sunlight bouncing off the poles. It's the electromagnetic energy from the sun caught in the Earth's magnetosphere. And that's what causes the northern lights. It's basically the electrons following the magnetic waves to the point of origin. And so that's why I wasn't sure if it was something that was occurring at the south as well.
We're talking about electromagnetic waves and shit.
Yes. Why? What?
If if Magneto was to go to an Aurora Borealis, could he generate another one? Like to an area where you can see him? Could he generate, since he's magnetic, could he generate another one?
I would assume yes, given that in the last film that involved X-Men, he was basically, or not last movie, but the one there with fucking Apocalypse, and he was like basically, you know, moving the planet with his magnetism.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would imagine that when he turns his powers on, if he has to turn them on, that solar energy would go to him if his magnetosphere extended out past Earth's. So I guess really is, can he generate a magnetosphere as powerful as the Earth? I guess is the better question. Right? I mean, I don't know. It's made up shit, right? So, I mean, yes.
It's made up.
It's. I mean, it's made up shit, right? So. Okay, hey. That's what they do. They have 3 claws, same as an emu, and they do a downward stroke that rips your guts out. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So yeah, it is kangaroos, hey? Or emus. No, ostrich. What were we talking about? Kim, if we get really big sunstorms, we can get northern light all the way to the equator. Yeah, well, sometimes when it's really big, even we get to see northern lights. And like I'm like near the 45th parallel, so yeah, I'm actually a little bit south of it, I believe. Okay, hey, but a gray roo are not too big or strong, so no one killed here. Just like sharks, it's all overkill. Like bears in Canada, how many are actually killed there? The bears or the people? Bears, I'm sure lots of bears are killed. People, I don't hear of too many, but the North American black bear is considered the most dangerous animal in North America because of how basically its interactions with people, right? Because it's constantly encroaching on their habitats. So they say, anyway. I got nubs everywhere. Nubs. Can't get enough of my nubs. Anyway. That almost sounded like I was going to bust into an actual song there, didn't it? Can't get enough of that sugar.
I would have.
What's that?
Figured grizzlies were more dangerous than black bear.
No, because, well, there's less of them. Right? Think about how...
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, true, when you start taking into account, like, how many black bears versus grizzlies, yeah.
Right, it's kind of a per capita kind of situation, right?
So it's like, grizzlies are bigger and shit.
Right, well, polar bears are bigger than them. So,
yeah.
You know?
I was, like, sitting there and I was like, huh. But I guess, yeah, because we don't have grizzlies down here, but, you know, you can run into black bears and shit.
Yeah, well, black bears are considered
everywhere.
Yeah, they're considered the most dangerous animal in North America because there's so many of them. They're all over the place, and they're constantly coming into human areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if we're talking statistics, I mean, we can come up with a statistic for all sorts of crazy crap, right? Like how dangerous a deer or moose is. You know.
I would say deer are pretty dangerous, but not for the reasons you think. Because, I mean, yeah, a deer can, like, you know, do some damage to you with the antlers. But I wouldn't be surprised if more people die from accidents caused by deer.
Right.
You know, like deer running across the road and, you know, either, like, the driver swerving and smacking into something trying not to hit them.
Yeah.
Or the driver smacking into him and, like, the deer coming through the windshield.
Right. Well,
I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a statistic like that.
Because, like, well, up north, there's no deer in my area, or moose in my area. But moose, if you drive anything smaller than a large full truck, you are really good odds of getting badly hurt, if not killed, if you hit a moose. Because moose are, like, if you're driving, like, in a regular sedan, yeah, and you hit a moose, you're more likely only going to clip it in its, below its knee, and it'll fall into the cab of the car. And it's like a ton. So imagine a ton weight going full on into the cab of the car. And, you know, there you are.
That's like some Final Destination shit.
Yeah, it is. And it's...
You know what
it's
scene I'm referencing, right? Where
yeah.
the thing falls off the back of the truck and just, like, smacks into the cab of the...
Oh, yeah. It's a very real thing not to drive behind logging trucks. Because of that movie. I mean,
no, I know.
It's your fault if you get hit by a log.
The car's cabin, just like I would imagine a moose would pulverize the car's cabin.
Yeah. But yeah, moose, I mean, you know, up north, it's a very real thing. I mean, everybody takes it very seriously. In fact, I imagine they probably have them in your area as well. Little whistles that attach to your car. So your car makes a whistling sound so the animals can hear it when you're approaching. Did I even clip the right part? Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
No, I didn't clip the right part, or no, you don't have that, the whistles.
The whistling stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
Because I can barely hear the cars when they're behind me when I'm at work, so...
But yeah, there's lots of things to kill you in North America. I know they tend to illustrate how many dangerous animals are in Australia, and you know, it's a lot of poisonous things, to be sure. But yeah, North America is pretty dangerous.
I mean, it's pretty dangerous, but I'm guessing it's like the ratio of coming into contact with the really dangerous animal might be less likely here. I don't know.
Don't know. I'm not sure that's
if you go big... to if you start getting into real nitty-gritty, almost any animal is pretty fucking dangerous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Maybe not every animal, but a lot. I somehow missed that little nub. This little nub here. Oh, wait. No, that was a bit. Gotta make sure I don't put these wings on backwards. That'd be embarrassing. What kind of model builder are you? Can't even put on Thunderhawk wings on the right way. God, you suck.
God, Chris.
God.
Shit, now you just ruined any chance of getting a fucking vampire in Aeronautica, because they're like, the one Eldar Aeronautica player can't even put a fucking Thunderhawk together right. Like, fuck this guy, fuck Eldar. No vampire for you.
No fucking vampire for you. Fucking
Thanks.
Twat. Yeah, I can see it now. I can see that happening.
And the internet can all blame Chris for not getting plastic vampires.
Yeah. Just blame Chris. Go right ahead.
God, fuck.
Okay, how did I fuck this up already? What the oh, there we go. That wasn't lined up. Beauty. Man, this thing almost went together like snap fit for
my
God's
Gundam
sake.
game downloaded. So excited.
Look at this thing. It's a goddamn Thunderhawk. Pew pew. Yeah. Shit, the wings are on backwards. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you put the other wings on yet?
What other wings? The front wings? No, I don't. Or, the little thingies that go over the top of the wing? No, I haven't done that yet. The thing? What the things?
Go on, Chris. Chop, chop. You've been in this hobby longer than me, and fuck, you haven't finished building that yet? Shit.
I know. Oh, my lord. What did I just do? Oh, does that not... Oh, it just slides into place. Oh,
no, because the Thunderhawk has like 6 sets of... Or 6 wings. It has 2 up front, the 2 main ones, and it has like 2 folding out ones above the engines. And you only have 1 set of them. You need 2 more.
Yes, but... Is this going to come out? Fucking right.
And okay. Guess what? The Thunderhawk has 6 wings, and you're 6 minutes OT.
Shit, am I? Oh, yeah. Damn. Time flies. Time flies when you're fucking up assembling a model.
Time flies when you're fucking up any chance of getting another Eldar flyer.
Games Workshop be like, yeah, this fucking clown couldn't even assemble a Thunderhawk.
God, how are you going to expect them to put together a 3-part vampire? Yeah. Shit, you can't even put wings on a 50-part Thunderhawk shit. Because I have noticed that the Eldar flyers looked at least pretty simple to put together.
Yeah, the Phoenixes, yeah. Which is really quite interesting, right? But I mean, like, there's not too much to the Eldar.
Well, it's like that with their hover tanks too. Like the main part of the Falcon Wave Serpent, whatever that chassis is called.
Mm-hmm.
Not that many pieces.
No.
You have the top, the bottom, the little cockpit. That's pretty much it. Maybe the engines. Whereas the Rhino, which is supposed to be this like archaic, brutish, simplistic design, like shit, like the tracks alone are like 30 or 40 pieces. Because they come in all these little sections.
Yeah.
Like, there are more parts in the track. Like, I'm willing to bet that there are more pieces of track in like a Rhino kit than there is building a Wave Serpent.
Oh, guaranteed, yeah.
And if there isn't more, it's pretty darn close to being the same amount of pieces.
Look how many exhaust, like, little thrusters a Thunderhawk has underneath. It has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16 little thrusters.
More power. More power.
Right, but I mean, like, what power is it?
Probably like something nuclear.
So basically these things are just big flying nuclear bombs? That seems kind of dangerous, no?
Yeah, because Promethium is apparently pretty volatile, so yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense, okay?
Does it?
Even though we like to associate the orcs with Americans, it's actually Space Marines, because all Space Marine vehicles are just powered by horsepower. That's it. There's no, like, streamlined aerodynamics. No, it's just raw fucking horsepower.
Yeah, yeah.
Thrust.
It's
How does this
just
thing
thrust.
fly? Thrust.
Yeah. Anyway.
Space Marines are actually the American faction. Everybody thought it was orcs because of the cars looking like hot rods and guns and shooting and being rowdy and stuff. But no, it's the Space Marines because all their vehicles are powered like American cars, just through sheer horsepower, and then the flyers are powered by sheer thrust. Shit, if we were going to bring in like being ecological friendly, shit, Space Marines might be the least ecological friendly.
Yeah, they get really
their carbon emissions alone.
Crappy mileage on their craft, right?
Crappy mileage, shit. Carbon emissions out the fucking ass, shit.
Like, here's the front landing gear. Here's the space for it. But wouldn't that mechanism get in the way of deploying from this door or this door?
Let me full screen it so I know what you're talking about. Okay, so what are you talking about?
See, the landing gear here in the front. Isn't that a landing gear space?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's the front landing gear. And it's got great big things coming out of it. But, I mean, imagine that retracts. The housing for it has to be, like, almost up to this wing for retracting that goddamn pad. But yet the door's right here and the front loading. You wouldn't be... Guys would be standing at the very tippy top of the door. As it opened, they'd fall out as they were, like, waiting to jump out of the goddamn Thunderhawk.
Maybe it's some kind of magical, like, compact landing gear. When it, like, folds itself, it's like, those... like, erector set balls that, like, grow and shrink as you pull them? Maybe it's something like that.
I guess. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Here's another one.
Chris getting smart the last few shows, trying to make sense in 40K, and they sit here looking at a 40K model. None of this makes sense.
It doesn't make sense because okay, like here's another one. This looks like an air intake underneath, and yet there's thrusters in front of it. That would choke the engine out. As this came in for an approach.
That air intake has itself a giant fucking air intake fan.
I guess.
Look, that's why it needs more, because it doesn't need those thrusters to get off the ground, because that thing is as aerodynamic as a fucking brick.
Yeah, because I mean, like
it's also because that air intake fan is like 50% of the vehicle weight.
Yeah, like this shit don't make sense. That don't make sense because it already has the props out on the outside. So why does it have an air intake?
For all the other thrusters.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a vent. Maybe it's not an air intake. Maybe it's just a vent. They're like, let's put a vent there. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah, this shit don't make a lot of sense, man. Stupid. Fucking stupid Space Marines.
Stupid Space Marines?
Stupid Space Marines.
No, you just don't understand the Mo power.
Mo power? Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you go hug a tree, Chris? God.
Yeah. Because, like,
you don't understand Mo power in fossil fuel shit.
Because, like, even, like, for example, running power lines from, you imagine the power plant is somewhere around back here. Running to these front nozzles up in the forward exiting loading bay, whatever the fuck it is. Like, how does it run? It comes in through the center and then extends outwards?
Yeah, then, I would imagine it just comes through the center.
Right.
There might be just a pylon in the middle of that bay and they just walk around it.
That's not a lot of room. Like, there's no room. I mean, like, is this not supposed to like be able to take dreadnoughts and shit like that?
Brother Grimaldus just has to suck it in. Okay.
This shit don't make sense.
If Brother Grimaldus sucks in his fucking beer gut, okay, everybody fits.
I guess. I don't know. This shit don't make sense. But then again, This is what happens when you try and, logic out 40k stuff.
Trying to apply logic to something with the aerodynamics of a brick.
Yeah.
And that runs on pure thrust.
So, like, even this little bugger, right? I mean, like, because he's already got, 2, 4, 6, 8 thrusters underneath.
Yeah. It's a brick that goes faster. It's a smaller brick that goes faster. The big brick goes slower, but it hits like a truck.
I guess. I don't know.
Something smaller.
Sorry, I was going to read some comments here. Hey, what's your opinion on the quality of this piece? I like it. The details is awesome. Once they've catted this whole thing out, I'm like, realistically, why can't they have a 40k version of this for sale in plastic? But the details are great. It goes together really well. I was talking earlier about how it's almost press fit in some of these situations. Putting the main body together was the pieces just stuck right in. I had those wings attached and they weren't even glued in. I thought okay, just you slap this in and it locks those into place, but no, it didn't do that. I still had to glue it, and it's a well designed kit. It's a well designed kit, and it's got tons of details on it. For any fan of 40k, I mean, it's even all the Space Marine fans out there who just piss me off. It's a really, really nice kit. Tons of detail. It's almost going to be a shame to just hit this with contrast paint. Kim, can't answer for Chris, but all the Aeronautica stuff I have is super good and the detail is insane. The detail's insane? I don't know about insane, but it's good. It's really good.
I'm about to fucking throw something at you.
What?
It's about to blow your mind, okay?
What?
Humans are supposed to be smart in 40k. Well, relatively speaking.
I don't think so, but okay.
Relatively speaking, they are supposed to be technologically advanced.
No,
Not as advanced as Tower Eldar.
No, it's the Dark Age of technology.
I know, but compared to what I'm about to just say. Orcs, on the other hand.
Okay. Yep.
Supposed to be dumb.
Okay.
And their shit is innately not supposed to make sense.
Yep.
But you look at their planes, they look like planes.
Yep.
They look like planes. They can fly. You look at it and go, oh yeah, that can fly.
Well, Eldar planes look like they can fly too.
I was specifically referring to the orcs. Because, orcs are supposed to be dumb, stupid.
Sure. But orc stuff, I guess, in the lore is described that it works because they believe it works.
Yeah. Maybe an orc just saw a picture of an old airplane and was like, yes.
Very possible. Very, very, very possible.
That's why their planes look like planes.
Yeah. Kim. I didn't think he was done with it, but it's probably a few more pages of stuff to do, but it's a huge Aeronautica set. I got all the other planes that have been released, only need to get the stuff that from the latest release, since I've not gotten around to that yet. And none of the other planes are that big. The Orc Bombers are probably the biggest of the other ones. Yeah, because I know that the Orc Bombers, they're pretty big.
The Mega Bomber, that has the grot, suicide pilots.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that if they do a vampire, it's about at least this size. That would be fucking great. I want a vampire.
It's new lore, just newly discovered. Totally not making this up. That an orc shaman ate a fungi brownie while rummaging through some Hume archives and saw a picture of a plane and thus became orc flyers.
Makes sense to me. I mean, if they're a species of fungus, sure, why not? Again, it's made up crap, right? So
I was hinting at fungi brownies being wheat brownies, but okay.
Yeah, I know, I got it. Yeah, he was tripping balls. I got you. But for an orc, is that cannibalism? Would that be considered cannibalism?
Well, orcs have no problem eating other orcoids, so yeah. I
True.
would guess, yeah.
Yeah, because they eat Gretchens and Snotlings, so yeah.
Because they'll eat Gretchens, Snotlings, they'll eat squigs. I mean, they have squig pie. That's the thing, so yeah.
Squig pie. You know what that sounds like? Going down on a chubby girl.
Chris and his ladyboys and his chubby girl.
Yeah, man. You know what? Variety is the spice of life.
Shit. Now all he needs is a fucking nerdling. Oh wait.
There we go. Squig pie. I think I'm gonna co-op that.
I mean, it's a thing in the lore, like that they turn their squigs into meat pies.
Well, because like the orcs in the old lore, they used to describe that like orcs with hair, it was a hair squig they used.
Yeah, it's a hair squig. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if I don't know if that's still what they say that orcs do for hair. Is they
I just don't. I think they just said it in that one orc codex. I think it was in as recent as the last paperback orc codex. But they just don't. I don't think they mention it anymore because they just assume. I guess it's common knowledge by now.
But is it common knowledge that they can make a pie from those squigs?
From the hair squigs, I don't know.
Because what
I
kind
would
of?
assume they were using normal squigs.
Because then they would
pie.
get hair pie squigs.
Maybe there
Or
is
hair
a
squig
regional
pie.
delicacy in orc space that is hair squig pie.
Hair squig pie, right?
And you have the other orcs in the other region of space making their normal squig pie. And they're like those fucking weirdos who use the hair squigs for their fucking pies.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why orcs are so aggressive. Is because they're always fighting over what is the correct squig pie.
That could very well be.
And that the aggression just kind of boils over to the other factions because orcs are everywhere.
Yeah. I hear you.
Maybe hair squig pie is the pineapple pizza in orc space.
It could very well be. I think it'd be more common though. I think it'd be more common. All right. I don't think we can go any lower than that. Hucka hey, nice to have to get Dave to stock it and give it a try. Never done one of those. No. Kim, it's super fun game and should have it in stock anyway. Yeah. I've played it a couple times. Me and my boy, we haven't filmed it. The intention was to film some games, but yeah, because I have the other box set. What the fuck was the other one called? The one with the Imperial and Tau. I have that one.
Tyros.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm a question though. The hexagon maps. I know that there's companies putting out hexagonal BattleTech type of mats, like the rollout mats. Mm-hmm. Are they the same hexagon size?
Actually, Chris, I can get back to you later today on that because I have.
No, give me an answer now, damn it!
Right next to my Aeronautica stuff.
I want an answer
and I can
now.
fill the map out. What?
I said I want an answer now.
Well, good things come to those who wait.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, fine. Fine, I'll fucking wait. Jesus. Hey, he is down the beach house for the weekend, so we'll check the with staff when they open today. Cool.
I'm going to imagine the BattleTech hexes might be a little small, but I'll check.
Kim's saying Game Mat EU does Aeronautica mats. Do they?
Yeah, there are a few companies that do dedicated Aeronautica maps because GW pumps and dumps their maps. Like they make their initial run of that campaign book and map, and then once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, I know, and because like what they give you in the main game,
they give you that shitty like.
Yeah, it's basically like cardstock kind of thing. It's not even cardstock. It's like laminated paper. But Kim, post links in the Discord. Kim, post links and YouTube. Boop. But we're gonna stop there because we're holy shit 25 minutes OT. Any parting words of wisdom? Boop. Any parting words?
Any parting words? Parting wisdom.
Any.
Squig pie is the pineapple. Harry Squig pie is pineapple pizza. 40K.
There we go. Hairy
And,
squig pie.
Ladyboys in Thailand.
Can we have... No, never mind. Kim says, remember to shave your nuts. Hucka, hey, yeah, it's like 10:30 a.m. Saturday here, and they open at 12. Oh, you're in the future. It's Saturday for you? Yeah, he's in the future.
Okay.
Well, what's the lotto numbers for tonight? I mean, if we're gonna have resources like Australians in the chat.
And how come people just don't hit up Australians for the winning numbers for the lotteries? Fuck.
Exactly, right? Like, I don't like. I mean, it's got to be like some sort of, game, right? It's a way to make some money.
He can tell us the GW releases.
That's right. Yeah, he can. Yeah.
I mean, not that they don't always put out what their releases are going to be on a Sunday, but...
True. Okay, lots of ladyboy dreams for you, Chris. Haha. Yeah. Keep your paint moist and your dreams wet. Alrighty, let's get the hell out of here. Did you have anything to say? No? You're just straight up just bucket? That's it? That's it? You don't have anything else to add?
No.
Okay.
I thought I gave my parting wisdom for your show.
No, that's good. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Oh, jeez. I just freaking caught up one of these little sprue nubs in my leg. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Alex, are you still down here? Alex. God damn it, boy. Shit sipper. Anyway.
Felt I've fallen and I can't get...
Yeah, I got a sprue nub caught under my sack.